My plane is totally different from anything we've ever taught a dog on the ground. The dog's got to learn some totally alien behaviours. We're going to be 3,000 feet in the air. We've got turbulence, sheer drops. We don't get the right dogs. We're dead.
Joined by vet Barry Cameron. Hello to you, Barry. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. As a vet, you've met quite a few dogs, I'm sure. Can a dog that you've met ever fly a plane, do you think?
I must admit to being slightly sceptical. I think the experts would suggest that the more intelligent dogs might have the brain processing power of a toddler. So if a toddler was flying a plane, I'm not sure I'd be jumping on.
No, absolutely. What sort of skills do you think that dogs have that might better able them to fly an aircraft? I can't believe I'm having this conversation with you. But what do you think?
Well, I suppose there's some good qualities that some of them have, not all, but obedience, listening skills, problem solving. But yeah, I think some of the more complex tasks might be out of reach of even the most intelligent pooch. But I suppose it remains to be seen.
Do they understand the consequence, do you think?
I'm not sure they understand the consequence of not keeping a plane in the air. I imagine these sorts of things are quite experiential, and they probably haven't seen or experienced the consequences of that. So I don't think I don't think they really do. No.
But in everyday life, presumably they do, don't they? I mean, my dogs, they know that if they do something wrong, there are consequences.
Yeah, no, I think in that sense, in a more basic sense, they do. So you know, if they do something and there's a negative outcome and they experience a negative consequence, then they're less likely to want to do that, and the reverse is true. If they do something and they get a positive reward, they get a treat, then they're going to want to do that again. So yeah, at a basic level, they understand consequence, understand fear, but I think at a higher or more complex level, they might struggle.
You mentioned fear there, Barry. I mean, jumping out of a plane on the battlefield, we've seen dogs that are doing that with their owners, with parachutes on, quite obviously. Do they feel fear in the same way that humans do?
I think probably at a more basic level. So yeah, there are examples of dogs, you know, marine dogs who jump out of helicopters, and you know, Newfoundlands in Canada who jump into the water from a boat and rescue people. So I think if they enjoy it, then, and you know, there's a positive outcome from them doing it, then they're more likely to want to do it again. So. But I don't think they understand in the fear and the complexity that we would.
I don't know, you speak for yourself. I think my dogs, or at least one of them, is quite clever. As you know, does it matter though, do you think, if it's a mongrel or an Irish setter?
Well, I mean, it's true to say that some dogs are more easily trained than others, and whether being able to follow instructions is a measure of intelligence is a different matter. I think I'm right in saying you have a bit of a soft spot for red setters, so I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest they can accomplish the most complex tasks. But I think there's a little bit of breed variation for that sort of thing, though. Yeah,
looking at the images as we're chatting to you, we're actually seeing these dogs. They're actually quite clever. One of them realised that he couldn't reach a ball, but he had a platform, so he tugged the platform closer, and then he could manage to get hold of the ball. So he managed to figure that out. We're actually, you can't see these pictures, but you'll have to trust me, Barry. There are images of dogs flying planes. What particularly is, as a vet, and having seen many, many thousands of dogs over the years, what particularly is going to appeal to you from this programme, do you think?
I think as long as they can reach the autopilot button with their nose, then it'll probably be all right. But no, I'd be interested to see what they can actually pull off. You know, no one really knows, so I'm prepared to be astounded. It would be a nice bit of TV gold if they could actually do it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get on a 777 if they were flying the plane, would you?
No. I think I'll take the next flight.
It's great to talk to you as always, Barry. Thanks very much indeed for joining us on Sky News this afternoon. Thanks a lot.
No problem.